What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming back to y'all with that predicting NBA play-in with my basketball analysis style. We're going to go live on YouTube exclusively on Analysis Playground on there, like we've been doing this entire run for the season. Now that we covered regular season, now we got to cover the play-in, then we'll be covering the playoffs. And now we're going to talk about a seeding that's not locked up yet. The Atlanta Hawks got to win one game to stay the eighth seed in the Eastern Conference, meaning they might play Cleveland or it might be the Miami Heat that might get that spot since they won today against the Chicago Bulls. They have a chance to make the playoffs again. Eric Spoelstra has some ups and downs this year, and so has his team. And you can say the same thing about the Atlanta Hawks. They lost some crucial guys like Jalen Johnson and others during this regular season. They have to defend better than they did against the team yesterday, and they have to go harder. You know what I mean? They didn't do what they needed to do to beat the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic had the size, they had the strength, they had the defense. They were turning them over. That's making it tough. And I don't think that that's going to be too much different from what's going to happen against the Miami Heat. They got Bam, they got Khalil Ware. They have a lot of guys that can make it tough for the Atlanta Hawks to get quality looks and quality shots. The Heat, they probably should have won more games than they actually did. They suspended Jimmy Butler. They had guys out for the certain games, and they just really couldn't get it all together. But I think with Bam Adebayo in that paint, rebounding, protecting the rim, switching, making things tough, with Khalil Ware backing them up, they have other guys that can step up too, like Tyler Hero showed. If he's making his shots and he's creating for his teammates, they can be a tough team to beat because he is a good scorer. You know what I mean? He's an all-star this year, one of the best players in the league. He put the work in. He has the heart that he needs to be a very respected guy in the league and for his teammates. And that's the leadership that he's going to have if he wants to help this team make it to the playoffs. They have been great playing, performing team under Eric Spoelstra. He gets them prepared. He gets them ready. He trusts them. He believes in them. And they have some guys that can really fight, like Haywood Highsmith and Davion Mitchell. They're going to make things tough. They're going to make things hard defensively, and they're going to compete. And that's what you need to do if you really want to have success in this playing game against the Hawks. They have a lot of guys that can create their own shot. They have a lot of guys that you just have to stay close to and just defend them or not let them break you down by putting the ball on the floor because you closed out too hard. If you stay disciplined and you play the right way and communicate, you can make it real tough on the Atlanta Hawks offense to function. They want to speed the game up. They want to make quick plays and quick decisions and quick shots. And if you can just do your job and pay attention to your assignment and stay close to them, you have a good chance of winning this game. If you're the Miami Heat, and that should be the strategy. But I like what they do. I like who they're having as their team. I like the lineups they've been running out there. I like that Davion Mitchell been showing that he can hit the spot up three and he can put the ball on the floor a little bit and make some shots close to the paint or even get all the way to the rim. I like Andrew Wiggins being available. Like I said, he's not the greatest player ever, but he was an all-star at one point, and he's averaging 19, for the Heat. And if he can get close to that or more like he did today, then it can be even tougher, because he's a wing defender and a guy that can keep them communicating and switching for them to stay in front of these guys and make it tough. And if you can slow down Trae Young and just force him to make shots, force him to shoot the ball, and his teammates, stay out of the game or out of the picture a little bit, you have an even better chance of beating a team like the Atlanta Hawks. But Alec Burks, we're going to see what he does. He's the guy that you don't really know how many shots he's going to take. You don't really know what he's going to do offensively, but you still have to pay attention to him. You have to pay attention to Kyle Anderson. He is a guy that can come in and use his size to score over smaller defenders, be physical with them, and also find shooters or cutters. And that's what he has been able to do for them since he's been there. Duncan Robinson, you never know how many shots he's going to hit, but he's going to be a guy you got to pay attention to coming off that bench because he can knock down those threes and he can also knock down the mid ranges from time to time. And if you don't close out to him the right way, you can make a layup. And then you just got to pay attention to transition. If they turn you over or you miss a shot, they're going to run and they're going to try to get opportunities. And the Hawks will do that too. And, the Hawks, I don't really like their starting lineup. I don't like it. I just feel like you just trying to go with the same type of style that hasn't really got you that far. I know they won 40 games, but they was below 500 this year at 40 and 42. So they're not the greatest team ever. But since they're not a lockdown defensive team and they're not a really high level creation team, they have become predictable. And if you actually pay attention to what they're doing, you have a great chance of just having an easy out in like the Magic had. Play hard, study, and make sure you guarding the guys the right way. And it's good because Dyson Daniels, he's getting better offensively, but his defense is his strongest ability. Muhammad Gay, you don't really know what he's going to do because he has to be set up to score. You know, he's going to try to rebound. You know, he's going to try to protect the rim to the best of his ability, but he's not great at that either. Krejci, you don't know how many minutes he's going to play. You don't know how his opportunity is going to be either. Terrence Mann, you know that he's going to try to create shots or just make shots. You don't really know how he's going to go. He's an unknown. Karis LeVert didn't really play well offensively in the last game, but you know he's going to come in trying to look to score and try to handle the ball a little bit and get his own buckets, but also try to knock down some shots as catch and shooting, even though he's not great at it. You can say the same thing about George Niang. You know he can shoot. You know he can score. You know that he's going to be one of their dependable guys off the bench, but you don't really know what he's going to do too much. Onyeka Okongwu, you know he's going to be in the paint, and if he has to, he's going to try to make threes. But other than that, if you stay to him, he's not going to really do much, and you still got to just respect him on the rebounds, obviously. And then Zachary Ricochet, you know, he's a rookie. He didn't play well the other game either. But if he can get open, if he can use his athleticism to get to the paint or be able to get enough space to knock down threes, it can be tough. But this team is going to go as far as Trae Young can carry him. Like I said, he has to do all the work. He's the smallest player on the court probably in this series. He's in the argument for being the best player in this series because the man is a walking double-double most nights. And that's something that we definitely have to give him credit on and something that he has been since he's been in the league. And if he wasn't that, he was close to it. But if Trae Young is dicing up that defense, hitting the floater, getting to the basket, hitting the threes, it just opens up that floor for his teammates to be able to get open. And if they get open and they making their threes and they're using it to get to the rim, that's their strongest way to win. If you stay close to them and you rotate the right way and you play them the right way, they're just a team that you can control and stay, you know, keeping them engaged is all you're going to have to be able to do. Can you literally stay in front of these guys, stay close to these guys, and force Trae Young to be a shot creator and a combo guard? If you can do that and make it difficult on him, you got Bam and Khalil Ware in that paint. They can communicate. They can speak to each other. They can move their feet. They're athletic. They're mobile. They're big guys. They are disciplined for the most part in that paint. It can be tough. I like what I've seen that Atlanta sometimes this year. They have beat some good teams. They have lost to bad teams. And they in a tough situation in general as an organization. But I do think they're going to be a good opponent for the Miami Heat. But I just think the Miami Heat just have better coaching. I just think that they have a better style. I just feel like they can impose their will just a little bit more. And I do feel like they have a little bit of an edge when it comes to talent and things that they can do against the Miami Heat to make it tougher for them to be able to win. And that's what the Atlanta Hawks supposed to do. You know, they supposed to go out there and play their brand and style of basketball, see if it works, see if it goes their way. And if it doesn't, you know, you just hang your hat on that we gave it our best. We tried our best and it just wasn't enough. And it's unfortunate. But I thought the Hawks would play better. But I'm looking at their roster. I'm looking at how they play. And like, I mean, this is all they can do. At least they're just believing in what they can do and they're trying not to give up on what they have as a season. Since the season is up, the playoffs are about to start. I just think that they're the last bad team that you have to cut. And it's not because they're terrible. It's just because they have to work with what they have. And it's just not enough compared to a team like the Heat. And it wasn't even enough against Orlando Magic. And I think they in a tough situation as an organization. Like, we got to make decisions because we can't be stuck in this mediocre place as a team and think we're going to go out there and make this miracle run like a Cinderella story and then we're going to be champions. We know that Trae Young he's on pace to be a Hall of Famer. He has been one of the best players. He has his flaws. He has the ability to carry you as far as he can as a franchise player, and he has done the best job that he can. But I just feel like the defense of the Heat is just all they need. If they play their defense, it's just going to open up their offense. It's going to give them enough chances to stay ahead. And all I got to do is make shots timely and just make shots, even if it's inconsistently. As long as you holding down the fort and you doing what you're supposed to do, you should be able to win this game and win this play-in match against the Atlanta Hawks. It's just tactician. It's just a strategy. Stop this, stop that. We got it. It sounds simple, but it's harder to execute. Then they know it. They players, they understand it. But every team has a game plan. Every team has a strategy. I just don't see the Atlanta Hawks stopping the Heat enough to be able to win. But I also see the Heat stopping them enough and making it tough on them and being able to win. So I give the Heat a slight edge. It might not be a 10-point blowout, may not be a 15-point blowout. They might win by 8, they might win by 7, but a win is a win, and that's all you need to do. I think since they're eighth, you got to beat the Hawks twice. I think that's going to be the problem for the Miami Heat. That might be tougher to do, is trying to beat them twice so that way you can get their play-in spot. But other than that, even then, I still think that he can still do that. But all I can say is it should be fun, should be interesting, and I think that it's still going to be a watchable game, and we're going to see who's the better team and who has the better preparation and the better execution in this game. And that's what it's all about when you're trying to have the stakes higher, which is the NBA championship, which you have to win this game to be able to do. And that's the purpose of your season, being prepared and ready to do that and putting on the show for the fans. And they both have done that. Now it's time to up the stakes. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to win. I mean, to get comment, like, subscribe, and share. And if you're new to the channel, I do conversation videos just like this in various NBA only topics. Also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. Also do mock draft and draft coverage. So you love that type of stuff, this is the channel for you. And I will say I got over 3,000 videos plus on my channel that you can watch and you can enjoy and possibly become a fan or a subscriber. Other than that, hope you guys had a blessed day. Hope you guys enjoying your day. Hope you guys enjoying the grind. Stay positive. Keep your head up. Keep working at it. Keep locking in and try to focus on new goals to reach, and it keep you happy, and it keep you focused, and it keeps you busy, and it makes the fun comes more and make you more appreciate the fun when you have it, because those memories are important, and especially when you're doing with the people you love, that makes it even better. My social media is on my channel. You can check that out if you want to see some other things that I like to do besides NBA only content. Not only that, my email is on my channel. If you don't want to leave a comment or you don't want to message me on social media, you can use it for that. And not only that, hope you guys are blessed up and having a great week. And hopefully you guys are still continuing to support and love the channel and the content I continue to make. Got off to a strong start this year. Let's continue it for the entire year. Let's try to make 2025 better than 2015. That's a great goal, to one up yourself, to do better, to push yourself to do better, to want to do better. And that's what make you greater and make you happy too if you love what you do like I do. And especially when I can talk and give you guys my opinion that y'all look forward to hearing and look forward to seeing, whether you're on screen or see me in person. And that's the best feeling, knowing that y'all care and respect what I have to say and respect me as a person, as a man. And thank y'all for supporting me throughout the years, whether it's merchandise videos or likes or subscribing, whatever your form of support, I appreciate it. And I love y'all for that. I'm going for now. I will be back later today with the Sacramento Kings analysis and their prediction of who's going to win their series whenever it happens, when the game is over. Other than that, peace out for now. Hopefully y'all are blessed though. Peace.